It turns out Diane has found all of Catherine's fake passports and Charlotte's account on the computer. She's matched the dates on the passports to some news articles and realized that Catherine is a murderer who targets influencers. Diane cries as she considers calling the police, so Catherine tells her she loves her. When Diane tries to walk away, Catherine smashes a lamp on her head to bring her down, then she uses the cable to choke her to death. Meanwhile, Madison has survived after Catherine abandoned her on an island a year ago. She's come back in a boat with the bodies of Catherine's other victims, so the police consider her the main suspect. Madison has given them a description of Catherine, yet there are no photos or records of her existence. Eventually Madison is released over the lack of evidence, but everyone on the internet believes she's guilty. She gets thousands of hate messages every day, so she's forced to delete her accounts. People even start showing up at her house, so she has to move too. Madison tries to keep a low profile but agrees to appear on a podcast to tell her side of her story. She explains that Catherine used her phone and pretended to be Madison to keep updating her social media so nobody would know the truth. She controlled Madison's bank account too. Unfortunately, the podcast hosts are only nice at first, then they point out all the inconsistencies in the case to make her look bad. Later, Madison looks at the comment on the podcast episode only to find more hate. Desperate to start over, Madison takes a job as a store clerk and keeps a normal routine. One evening, she reads about Charlotte's death and how her accounts had posts after her determined time of death. The next day, she starts getting hate calls on her new phone number. When she goes home, someone rings her bell saying they've brought her pizzas, but she hasn't ordered any. It seems the haters have found her new address too. Desperate for answers, Madison checks Charlotte's account to learn where she was last seen, then she flies to France. She visits all the places on Charlotte's social media to no avail. While taking a break at a cafe, Madison watches a video that Charlotte took at the hotel and sees Catherine in the background. She immediately drives to the hotel and tries asking the receptionist about Catherine, but he refuses to talk about the guests. After finding no clues in the building, Madison checks social media for pictures taken in the hotel. This allows her to find Diane's account, which has another photo of Catherine. Madison calls Diane's home and her parents tell her that Diane has moved to Bali, Indonesia with Catherine. Meanwhile in Bali, masculinist influencer Jacob has another successful stream teaching young men how to be jerks to women while pretending it's good morals. He's happy with the result, but his girlfriend Ariana thinks he isn't trying hard enough. People are getting bored, so he needs something controversial. That night, Jacob goes to a club with his friend Cameron, who is tired of Jacob's macho public attitude when in private Ariana controls him. He asks him to prove his masculinity by hitting on a woman and points at Madison. Jacob tries to chat with Madison but she immediately turns him down. Then she explains that she's looking for Catherine and shows him a picture, saying that this woman killed lots of people. Jacob realizes that Madison looks familiar and asks for her number, promising he'll contact her if he sees Catherine. Madison gives it to him and Jacob turns to Cameron with excitement, pretending his flirting was successful. The next day Jacob and Madison are having lunch at a restaurant when Jacob sees Catherine. He immediately follows her and starts recording her while asking her if she's a murderer. Catherine is frozen in shock while Jacob keeps showering her with